Let's see, do we want to trade? Can we trade? Let's see if we can trade. Propose trade. Let's see. No, can't find it. Yes, here it is. Here we go. Let's see what if we trade LeBron James because he's going to retire at the end of this season. And let's see who could we get. SF we need is SF. Small forwards. Let's see. We could get Jay Brown. Nice, maybe even better. Wagner. Is anyone even close to LeBron? Williams. Nice, we could get Williams. I mean, that's Williams. Jay Brown. Forward. No one is even near LeBron James. LeBron for a reason. Let's see. We can't get him. They're so cheap, to be honest. Very cheap. Can't I get more player? Can't I buy their entire squad? How many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we are getting 3 more. At max 15, right? So that means we need to remove. Yes, okay. What is this? There's a power forward. LeBron James, what I was saying, I'm going to LeBron James for God's sake, but what it is position. Here, these are here. Hachimura. Yes, let's take a photo so that even I remember. Now let's see. see if we trade LeBron. Not sure if we can get anything. If is what position is he? SF. What we need is a SF. Let's first get SF, then we will figure out. George, no, 2 it's interested in. Okay. I think LeBron is not valuable. Who I'm just kidding. It's LeBron. The only reason why I can see when I'm trying to see somehow we could get a good player who is young. LeBron is definitely the best of best. Leonard. Who would also be? He's 33, yet I hope he doesn't retire. Leonard. Nobody wants to join our team. It's disappointing, to be honest. It's disappointing. Concert. Why can't it so difficult to trade player here? I just can't understand. Tatum. I doubt he will get Tatum. Jason Tatum instead of LeBron. What a good deal, what can he even do for us? Only I can wish. Just forget about trade and stuff. I can't get trade to work in this way. That's one thing for sure. Why would I give 79 rated player with 71? Only wish.
Welcome everyone, a little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game and with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, BA, we get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind,
nice basket, LeBron
could be key in advancing.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hachimura in at the 5, roaming the paint. Johnson with a bucket.
Yeah, not the easiest shot. Johnson not afraid of a challenge.
Knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Doncic with it. Fox picks him up. Here's Hachimura. Rebounded by Fox. And Fox has got the ball here for the Spurs. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with
This is a difficulty.
that.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years.
Why
And it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul.
Foul by LeBron. LeBron.
Outside Johnson. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
They're so clever at finding space to shoot inside. Johnson's creativity and ability to capitalize is impressive.
It's stolen by Fox. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And it's Fox with the jam.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And here's Doncic outside, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep, because he's unguardable.
And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul. Finney Smith checked in for Los Angeles. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Three-pointer, Fox. And Reeves pulls it down. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Oh, and makes it with the
Nice.
kiss.
When Reeves can get the ball
Austin
inside,
Reeves, nice.
he's a pretty reliable
Beauty.
scorer.
Austin Reeves with beauty.
1:42 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Castle playing Washington. He was nearly unstoppable. Wembanyama, the pass to Vassell. Shoots from the right block. Out to Fox. The three. Hits the trifecta. Fox has got 5 points.
Yeah, hats off to Fox. He really has upgraded that three-point stroke.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Chris Paul, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. The Lakers also with a sub. Pippen's checked in. Launches it. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio.
Nice.
They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. And Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down,
What is
just
this?
making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. From 12 feet, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group.
Why
They're a
can't we
fist,
win?
not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Offensive rebound, Wembanyama. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Pippen, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Alex Len. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's
Right.
Pippen in at the point guard position.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Spurs lead by 8. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Reeves. Up ahead, Finney Smith with it. Fox picks him up. Hey, expanding his range. Gets the 3 ball to go.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Abukelashvili passes to Fox. Boom! Fox with a triple.
I love watching Fox get his revenge like this. A great triple.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Spurs with some changes. Johnson comes in for Sohan. And Castle subbed in for Chris Paul. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Goodwin. Here's Vanderbilt. The 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Nice.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And as we start up the NBA Cup, let's explain to our viewers how the groups are formed.
Sure thing, B.A. First, you only play teams from your conference. The groups are drawn based off of last year's standings, so they try to keep it even in terms of quality of team.
The Spurs have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Whenever it's Johnson slamming it, we can feel it over here.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Out to James from deep. Oh, James knocks down the triple.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Now let's again increase the difficulty. Yes, I think we're getting a hang of it.
San Antonio leading. Got a piece of it. Pippen, the pass to Vanderbilt. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Castle's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Oh, LeBron
Nice,
bursting
LeBron,
through.
nice.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Nice, LeBron.
1:14 left in the first half. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Goodwin's checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes in for Reeves. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby!
If this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
And there's James from the arc. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first quarter. He's now got 2 for the game.
Johnson on the wing. Paul looking it over. Wembanyama screen. Fires the 3. Paul shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pulls up at the elbow. Pippen, no good.
Ali, we needed a pass.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Vassell can't get it to go. Vassell against James. Pass to Vanderbilt. James outside. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go for him. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. And there's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
And a pretty tightly. Ali, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Hey, folks.
When I look at San Antonio, they've already shown they're a strong team. You can see why they're moving up the ranks.
Hey, that's good play calling, good execution. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Well, you look at Keldon Johnson. He's really been playing well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Up front, they're going with Johnson and Wemby. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Vassell in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
And it's good. 2 points.
He loves to attack from the inside. This is Hachimura's comfort zone, no doubt.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Back to Fox. Johnson passes to Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's Doncic missing.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
From deep, Reeves. Rebounded by Castle.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful. Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his highs.
And San Antonio making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Lakers trail by 8. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Fox, that's good.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. And the shot goes down.
Yet another stellar night for LeBron offensively so far. In some ways, he's just unstoppable.
Here's Castle. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Hachimura with the ball. Fox picks him up. From deep, here's Doncic. Connects from downtown. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The guard attributes on display there. Luka with one of the quicker releases you'll see in the game.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Doncic, no good.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Fox up top. Here's Barnes. 4 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, even though Wembanyama's first year was a tough one for the Spurs, there's a good outlook going forward, Grant.
And that's how it should be when you've got a generational talent like Wemby. The Spurs don't need to rush things at all.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Kleba, he's checked in for Hachimura. Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Goodwin's checked in for LeBron. And it's Pippen in for Doncic. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Pippen. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. Morris, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Paul, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Paul.
Hey, regardless of the team, if anybody is a captain, it's going to be Chris Paul.
Branham's checked in for Champagnie. And the Lakers also making a switch. Williams is checked in for Morris.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Williams from long range. Pure from three-point range. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Now here's Paul, guarded closely. With 2 seconds left. And the layup is up and in. And now just a 2-point San Antonio lead. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Spurs out in front. They lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final. Greg Popovich addressing his team.
Let's play even smarter and make sure we play harder than them. Let's go. Step.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Pippen in at the point to tie it up. Finney-Smith's shot is off.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
It's Barnes on the wing. Shot clock at 6. No good on the wing 3. Los Angeles has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. James, left side. Wow, some sturdy inside play from LeBron.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Spurs shooting has been great this game, 58%. Pass to Mamukelashvili. And the three-pointer goes. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Chris Paul so smart as a point guard. Any weaknesses in the defense, he's going to exploit.
A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Keldon Johnson comes in for Sohan. Vassell, he's checked in for Barnes. And Castles subbed in for Paul. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Fox against James. Fox outside. And he lobs it up top. 4-3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. For 3, James. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 4 rebounds now. Fox the pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Luka, get off me.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Now Vassell. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. That one's good for 2.
And his coaches will be the first to tell you, Vassell wants the ball in these situations. He's not afraid of the challenge.
Here's Doncic. Oh, look at Luka taking the contact and finishing strong.
Get used to seeing this, folks. Doncic taking the moment head on and delivering.
Here's Fox. No good on the shot. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Outside Vanderbilt. And there's James from the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Castle. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on LeBron James.
This is a huge spot for Castle.
Here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Reeves went from undrafted to being a starting caliber player in this league. You do not see that often.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Vanderbilt, the pass to Reeves. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Vassell outside. And knocks down the 3.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now here's Fox. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
And Doncic with the jam.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
So the first one dropped. And that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. Here are the Lakers with the ball. And here's Doncic outside. He connects! What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And from the moment he stepped into the league, Luka's been a big-time player. getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout. They're going to draw.
Off a play.
And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Lakers. Off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out New Orleans. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And you know, for the Lakers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Hachimura in at the center, filling out the middle. And for New Orleans. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Robinson Earl in at the 4 spot. You know, Greg, neither of these teams are at full health here, both contending with injury.
Yeah, and it's a shame, really. You always want to see teams at full strength, but there's no asterisk because this game's going to count just the same.
And they double up Doncic. And here's Reeves outside. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
There it is. With Reeves, you don't have to worry about his conflict.
McCollum against Reeves. McCollum passes to Murray. Three-pointer. They get it back. Messi, the layup off target. Now, here's Doncic. D right on him. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Doncic against Murray. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
It's the fluid shot mechanics of Murray on full display that I love here with these pull-up jumpers. That's a nice shot.
And Doncic gets it to go.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
And so here is New Orleans. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. McCollum dishes to Murray. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the basket by McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
The Lakers with the ball. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Messi. Here's Murray, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
The Pelicans making a switch here. Olynyk checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Finney-Smith's checked in.
Becoming a more consistent offensive weapon. Murray finding ways to contribute.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Here's Doncic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. So both teams making some changes here. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Kelly Olynyk.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Doncic with the steal. It's taken away by Payton. And he drives in. Second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And, guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the update. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, what a finish. Ruri showing off that athletic ability.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Payton. Scores off the crossover.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's James following the basket by Elfrid Payton.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Here's Payton. Stolen. Here's Pippen, and it's Pippen slamming it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Payton's shot is off. That shot misses. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Goodwin, Alex Len out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Pippen in at the 1 spot. And it's Goodwin missing. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Boston. With the drive. Here's Olynyk. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
The Pelicans shooting well, 50% from the floor. Hawkins against Len for 3. Olynyk. A rebound by the Lakers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And it's just a couple of bad breaks, and then you're on the losing end. I'm sure they're going to bounce back quickly.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Robinson Earl. Traps in the tray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. LeBron comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Count that bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So it's the Pelicans now. They trail by 6. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Now here's McCollum. And he really played well against Denver. On the 3 off target. to the inside. Here's Goodwin, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Goodwin kicks to Pippen. And here's Reeves outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Murray outside. James against Olynyk. Murray for 3. Hands it from downtown. Now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Pippen kicks to James. Nice move. He takes it in, and James throws it down.
Bron dunked that like he was angry. Is he okay? Man, he got the table shaking over here.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. In the corner, Murray with it. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Robinson Earls checked in for New Orleans. The Lakers also making some changes. Hachimura is checked in for Goodwin. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Pippen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Reeves. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
24 seconds left here in the second. Doncic against Murray. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. McCollum finds Murray. This one for 3. Tries again. Robinson Earl, good. Robinson Earl's got 5 now.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Lakers lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks.
You take a look at the Lakers. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big. And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
Man,
that is more than enough of a...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Then Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now Doncic. Here's Hachimura. From deep, James. James making it look easy from deep.
LeBron really added this into his game later in his career, becoming a threat from deep.
Murray against Doncic. Rebound the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Murray, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. From deep. And it's Doncic missing. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Doncic with the steal. Impressive work inside from Doncic.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And it's Murray with the jam.
From 3 points per game as a rookie to a night like tonight, Murray has molded himself into a primary scorer in this league.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. James finds Hachimura. Reeves in the corner. But Trey, he can't get that one to fall.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Now just a 4-point Laker lead. And here is Doncic. He's got 10. Pass to Vanderbilt. Trying his luck from deep. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The Lakers #1.
It's been a great run for them, kind of shooting the basketball. You love when multiple guys get into a groove at the same time.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Pass to Olynyk, launches it, drills it from outside. Olynyk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big guy.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Jones, averaging 5 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Hachimura kicks to Doncic. Oh, Doncic with a confident free ball.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Boston. Guarded by Doncic. Boston, no good. Lakers leading by 5. James finds Finney-Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
See, right there, you know you have to foul LeBron James because you just have no chance to stop him.
Brown is checked in for Trey Murphy. Both free throws good from James. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Poked away.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out. And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He had about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
6 seconds left in the third quarter. Can they get it? And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Lakers on top, leading. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So the Lakers 5 right now. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Pippen is out there with Goodwin, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lakers leading by 5. Now here's Vanderbilt. He gets it in there. Jared Vanderbilt. Here's Boston. The kick out to Brown. Going inside. LeBron with the block.
Oh, look at the old man still getting it done on defense. LeBron James still takes great pride in rejecting shots.
Here's Finney-Smith. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's Brown on the wing. That doesn't go either for Brown. The Lakers shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. And then for the Lakers, Hachimura, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Austin Reeves comes in for Goodwin. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Pippen. Reeves the pass to LeBron. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's foul number 2 for him. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Murray against Vanderbilt. McCollum looking it over. Drops in the layup for 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Murray up on top. Headed by Doncic. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
It seems like Murray is always ready to make the high-effort play whenever his team needs it. In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Here's LeBron. Off with the layup. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Here's Murray. Here's Here's Messi. It's rebounded by Doncic. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Reeves. Count it. 7 points for Austin Reeves.
A guy who will do what it takes to get his team what they need. Reeves steps up.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Murray against Doncic. Murray outside. Out left to the wing. 5 to shoot. Money from the wing.
He's gotten so good at finding the open man. Murray does it again.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Our coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's LeBron. Doncic finds Vanderbilt. Out to Doncic. And stolen by Murray. Into the lane. Yes!
Coming up clutch. Murray loves having the spotlight on him.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Here's Vanderbilt. And then time. Also a missed shot. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Off the inbound pass, it falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Like, how many times have we seen this before? LeBron James taking over when they needed him most.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. 3-pointer is a must.
Hands the 3.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and it's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that
one. Murray looking around. McCollum outside. He's off from 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And that one, good.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
The Pelicans trail. Murray with the bounce pass. And there it is for him.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Down low. Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt for 3. Knocks down the three ball. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Over the last few years, Hachimura has gotten more comfortable in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Pelicans shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Murray for 3. Rebound the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. LeBron passes to Vanderbilt. Yep, that one goes. And now a 5-point Laker lead.
And that's the thing. That's why he's going to be top 5 all-time in assists. LeBron James just drops down.
109 left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Murray. Hachimura grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And here's Reeves outside. A shot missing. And so here's New Orleans. Pass to Robinson Earl. And here's McCollum. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
They get a hand on it. James outside. Here's the 3. LeBron with the response from three-point range.
Was there ever any doubt who they were going to go to? LeBron James is clutch.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Nisi. Count.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And here's Los Angeles, and that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. In both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 5. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Murray, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Murray outside. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Robinson Earl. And so the Lakers take the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. LeBron in the fourth quarter.
All right, D.A., thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. See you next time.
Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. And with both of these teams sitting at 0-1, this game 2 is crucial.
Yeah, the challenge with the NBA Cup is there's no feeling out period. You have to hit the ground running or you're gonna get left behind.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's George in at the point. George passes to Kessler. Over Clark. Kessler, no good. Reeves against Sexton. James outside. And Los Angeles. Another three.
LeBron worked tirelessly early in his career on improving his range shooting, and boy, it has paid dividends.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Yeah, complete focus there. Collins giving his shot all of his attention.
And it's James with the jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Collins. George, left side. Now here's Markkanen. Guarded by Vanderbilt. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Sexton. Back to George. James against Sexton. Rejected by James.
That size and length and strength, LeBron, a tough one to try to shoot over.
Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. And Utah with a change here, too. Clarkson's checked in. Off the inbound pass. They get it again. Yep, that one goes.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Pass to Reeves. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the...
Here's Collins for 3. Fires, hitting the triple. Collins has got 5 points.
John Collins has such a good feel for when to fire off the catch.
And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough
to the inside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Hachimura for 3. Sinks the tray.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Finney-Smith checked in for the Lakers. Reeves comes in for LeBron, and a new group getting ready for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Martin comes in for Collins. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Sexton. And it's Collier in for George.
Clarkson leaving, no doubt, with that finish, folks.
Pippen, pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Reeves. Banked it in off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Martin hits a three-pointer.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's Los Angeles up by 4, and back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
We've got Austin Reeves. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Goodwin in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Clarkson against Reeves. And Clarkson, here we go. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, big-time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Pass to Goodwin. Back to Finney-Smith. Goodwin passes to Finney-Smith. To the middle. Here's Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Reeves sends it home from three-point land. Reeves has got 7. Something fun about this NBA Cup tournament are the nights where we only have Cup games. It's a playoffs-like atmosphere.
Yeah, especially with the way these NBA Cup games affect everybody's standings within the tournament. Every game becomes important, and it just makes it that much more exciting to watch.
I love it when Markkanen decides to throw it down. Show some fire on that finish.
We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Pass to Reeves. Back to Finney-Smith. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Here's Filipowski. Again, Utah.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's improved his ability to run the offense. How about that pass, guys?
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes now for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Finney-Smith. James comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic has subbed in for Pippen. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Collins comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And now we'll send it over to Allie LaForce. She's got an update on Keontae George. Allie?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer of the Jazz was able to update me on the situation. He said they're concerned this is a serious injury and it's going to keep him out of the rotation. Adversity hitting this team early, but that will create opportunities for others to step into new roles. It'll be interesting to see how these changes come together, Brian.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score of this. It's tied. You cannot take a chance here. Now here's Doncic. Defense is right there. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That 6'7" size of Luka can sneak up on you, folks. Look out.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Utah making a switch here. And the standings for the NBA Cup starting to come into focus.
Yeah, but there's still time to make a push. We'll just have to wait and see which teams are able to punch their ticket to the knockout round.
The Lakers lead by 3. Here's Reeves. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Reeves has got 9.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Collins. Sexton against Reeves. Sexton, that's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this one. And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
They've done a great job of protecting the ball tonight. That's just their first turnover.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Clark's checked in. Here's Doncic. Doncic just barrels his way to the rim.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 7. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Collins outside. From the arc. Doncic grabs the miss. Luka against resistance.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Utah Jazz.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it